What is up, everybody? Welcome to Behind the Beat. My name is Chris Langan, and I'm here today with this week's Groove of the Week. All right, guys, so before we get started, I just have to apologize quickly for the last couple weeks. I haven't been able to put out a Groove of the Week. Things have been just super busy here between the podcast and my teaching job and everything, and it just got overwhelming, and I had to kind of move around my priorities. So I do apologize. We are back, and what I'm going to do from here forward is instead of putting Groove of the Week out on Wednesdays, I'm going to move that to Tuesdays. So if this is something you look forward to every week, you can now be sure to catch them on Tuesdays from here on out. Because, I release the podcast on Wednesday. That's a big day for that. I just want to make sure everything has its own day and level of priority. So, with that being said, let's get into this week's groove. So this week's groove is based off of the inverted double stroke roll. So for those of you who are not familiar with the inverted double, basically we are starting, let's say we start with our right hand. We're starting that first stroke as a single. And then we pick up the doubles. So it's going to go right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. It may feel a little awkward at first if you've never done it. So before we get into the different sections of this lesson, let's grab our sticks, just practice on the snare at a very slow tempo. We'll go at 70 beats per minute. We'll just work on the inverted double as a sticking. So let's get started. All right, now for those of you that felt a little awkward doing that, just practice this on a pad or snare for a little while. If 16th notes were a little too fast, drop it down. Play it in 8th notes or bring the tempo of your metronome down. It might take a little while to get to used to feeling doubles this way. Now, for those of you who are ready to move on and get into this groove, there are a couple points I want to make. All right, so during the groove, one stroke is going to be replaced with a kick drum. That's going to be the of 2. Now for beat 3, right after that kick drum, is our backbeat on the snare. That's actually going to be played with our right hand. We're going to come down off of the hi-hat for that backbeat of 3. All right, guys, we'll do it nice and slow at 70 beats per minute. Here we go. All right, now let's try it at our goal tempo of 120. All right, guys, next up is Musical Application. But before we get into that, I want to give a quick shout out to a drummer by the name of Joe Rosner. He's the one that created the loop that I'm playing along to today. He does this all the time, so you could find him on Instagram at AverageJoeDrums. He's a drummer, but he also makes fantastic drumless tracks and loops and stuff like that. So if you are interested in getting some loops to play along to, find him on Instagram, reach out to him, tell them I sent you, and I'm sure he'd be happy to send you guys over some free drumless jam tracks. All right, guys, here we go. All right, guys, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this week's groove, and I hope that it shows up in your playing. There's a lot of cool stuff you could do with the inverted double, not only as a groove, but as fills, and just it's a really good thing to kind of to get down. As you might have saw throughout the playing, you can really kind of lead with your right hand and do a lot of cool stuff around the kit. So, if you'd like to continue working on the groove, make sure you head down to the description below. I've left a PDF for you guys, the sheet music for this groove. You can print that out and work on it as you need to. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Vero, all the social sites. Make sure you check out my website, chrislangendrummer.com. And as always, make sure you go listen to that podcast, the Up and Coming Drummer podcast, where each week I talk to drummers from all over the world, some of the biggest drummers on Instagram, on YouTube, you know, guys that are really, really crushing it. So if you're interested in hearing about their stories and some of the tactics they use to make the most of social media, then make sure you go check that out. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or just head to the website, www.upandcomingdrummer.com. All right, guys. Remember, we're on Tuesdays now, so until next time, see you at the next lesson.